I really think this would be the best pick for the Democratic Party.
Now I'm starting to doubt that it's a real
No,
one.
it is real.
You've said it so many
the
times.
Wall Street Journal. Okay. All right. What I'm trying to do is let the listeners know, look, some of us actually took this seriously, okay?
Are you fucking
Wall
kidding me?
Street
What's not
Journal
serious
poll.
about this pick? What's not serious about this pick?
What's not serious about this pick?
Wall Street Journal put out a poll, okay? And right now, the Democrats are the least favorable they've ever been. People dislike the Democrats more than they've ever been disliked in 30 years. The Democratic Party is underwater. The Republicans are not, they don't have a favorable rating, but it's still way better than the Democrats. Yeah. So you have a fundamental problem with the Democratic Party where even, a quote I liked was, the Democratic brand is so bad that they don't have the credibility to be a critic of Trump or the Republican Party. You've got to fundamentally change the image of the Democrats. That's why... Boom, Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
Okay, you might think, what? That's a little weird. Okay, first off, the Democrats, they're trying to get traditional masculinity back on, right? That's like their big thing. They lost men, they lost Gen Z men, they lost millennial men. Okay. He's traditional masculine, right? He's big into sports. He loves the Steelers. He's like, he's your traditional kind of more manually guy on the Shark Tank, right?
Yeah.
Next, non-establishment candidate, right? The reason Trump is so successful right now and people are so averse to somebody like Gavin Newsom, they're sick of the institutional kind of rot of the political party. You can see it in this, right? He comes from outside. He's not like a hardcore Democrat. He considers himself independent, right? He's really popular with independents. Okay, again, everybody hates the Democrats. If he comes in and he says, I'm a billionaire businessman, like Trump did, I can handle the economy. One of the things in this Wall Street Journal article is they say that even though people don't like Trump's tariffs, they don't like the way he's handling the economy, they still trust the Republicans to handle the economy more than Democrats. So there's a perception, even with how much they dislike Trump, the country broadly thinks Republicans will handle finances and business and economy better. You counteract that with Mark Cuban. You say, look, this is a billionaire businessman. This is somebody you've seen on TV all this time. He's got that big brand. He's well known, just like Trump. He had the Mavericks. Not only did he own the Mavericks, and everybody loves him for that because he won the championship with his NBA team. Because of that, he could win Texas for the Democrats. Think about that. Unironically smart, right?
I think before they lost
Texas,
Luka.
I would not have traded Luka.
That's what he says. He says stuff like that. Everybody loved him. Okay, check out this story. He's good at PR. He's like brash in a likable way. In a nationally publicized incident in 2002, he criticized the NBA League's manager of officials, Ed T. Rush, saying he wouldn't be able to manage a Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's management took offense to Cuban's comments and invited him to manage a Dairy Queen restaurant for a day. Mark Cuban accepted the invitation, worked for a day at a Dairy Queen in Cobell, Texas, where fans lined up to get a blizzard from the owner of the Mavericks. It's exactly how Trump
This is like the
himself.
reverse Trump playbook. He has a show like The Apprentice, but a Shark Tank.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a billionaire.
Okay.
He's doing the brash stuff.
He actually wants to run. He commissioned polls in 2020 that showed he would get 25% of the vote. The only reason he didn't is because his family vetoed it. That's what he said. And so if his family, this would be 8 years past that point, is like, hey, Mark, you're good to go now. We're off in college or whatever. He gets to go do it. He's not too old. He's 66. But by the time he's running, when he's 69, that's young enough to get the boomers on board, but not so old that he'll die. Enough? That's super young. He supports transparency in healthcare through cost-based drugs, fiscally conservative. He's pro-crypto. I don't like crypto, but a lot of young men like crypto. Again, if your thing is you're hemorrhaging young men, this is the man to take you back. This guy will bring all the men into one tent, one big sweaty blue tent together, and they're going to take it home. I genuinely think this is such a smart pick. Tell me I'm wrong.
Doug, you might be wrong.
What?
Wait,
That's such a smart pick.
Sorry.